for the Denver Nuggets. Played a much better game, too. There is no Aaron Gordon tonight with Hall of Famers Candace Parker, Dwayne Wade, and here comes Randall. Having it first, bumping in here to Jones, up and off. Jokic will gather the rebound and take it out for Denver. He'll run hard, the bump into Gobert, and the rebound by Brown. Back to the big man in the corner. The Jokic 3-0.
And Jokic this series into after All-Star break has struggled from beyond the arc. As you see Anthony Edwards putting his head down and getting to the paint, which is a point of emphasis.
With the miss right there. He has been attacking the ball with drives into the paint in this series. Here comes Christian Brown. They got Edwards on Jokic. With a miss, a Randall rebound. Anthony Edwards the other way.
We'll give credit to the coaching staff in Minnesota about establishing the paint right away. Going to Julius right, 1 foot in the paint early on, letting his team know what we expected you guys.
Randall's got it. Gobert screen, the 3. And the rebound by Jamal Murray.
And if you're Denver, you're living with that, especially with Aaron Gordon out. You're not putting pressure on the Nuggets defense. You're taking a 3-point shot.
McDaniels, DiVincenzo, McDaniels! Him. And the quick Minnesota lead. Murray by midcourt. Jokic on the wing. The 3, no. He's had trouble from 3 in the series. Here comes Randall. Julius had 24 points in game 2. They're crowding Edwards. DiVincenzo, what a terrific game 2. He had 16. Randall had it poked away. Shot clock down to 4. Step back 3 over Jones. Rebound, Gobert, out to DiVincenzo. 3 over Brown. Rebound, McDaniels.
And McDaniels making his presence known, his physicality. Because guess what? When you're going to put 2 on the ball with Anthony Edwards, you're susceptible on the backside on offense.
Oh, you talk about Aaron Gordon. No Aaron Gordon. You miss his physicality right there. When you see them getting extra possessions, just kind of manning the glass, that's Aaron Gordon's territory.
Jokic missing on another 3. Jokic has started 0 of 5. Edwards the other way. Cam Johnson now. He'll be playing the 4 tonight with the injury to Aaron Gordon. It's McDaniels on the wing. The defense by Murray. The shot clock at 7. Edwards. It's a 3. Tip in try Gobert. And it's picked up by Cam Johnson.
I think Denver's doing a great job of making Minnesota settle for outside shots. They have to finish it. Like we talked about, 20 to 3 on second chance points. They have to finish the play with rebounding.
The Gobert defense on Jokic. He'll drive, trundling his way down the lane. Blocked. What a defensive play.
This series has not fared in that direction as Murray puts one home, but Jokic aggressive early, which we're used to him facilitating a little bit. He's calling his own number.
Maybe they felt like they just had to get him going early to shake off what happened in game 2, especially in the 4th. Edwards a shot from 14.
Well, going back to Jokic, when you want to play this game, and so Jokic taking upon himself to establish aggression very early on. It just hasn't resulted in any buckets.
Jokic in that 4th in game 2, 1 of 7, primarily defended by Gobert. Steering his way for the shot. Edwards got the block on the
0 for 3. Jokic sometimes as a...
They thought they had the call. It goes against Edwards. Aaron Gordon on the sideline, not playing tonight, calf strain. They got the word about 4 o'clock in a text message to Dave Edelman. There is DiVincenzo. It's a 3.
Well, game making shots. We all know that it becomes an ocean for him, but this guy right here, he's the engine of this team. When he's making shots, when he's doing the little things, they just seem to get after it.
Brown triple. Rebound inside Edwards.
And those are the 2, DiVincenzo and Brown, that have kind of X'd each other out. Brown had himself a game in game 1, and game 2 has been dependable.
Look at Gobert muscling his way inside. Kicks it back out. Here comes Randall coming off the good game 2. For those of you just joining us, McDaniels 3-0. Murray the rebound.
Well, going back to Dante, man, and you hear it from his own teammates as Jamal Murray shoots a shot. He's a winning player. You know, they know that this guy will make winning plays. He's vocal as well in his hustle, and he keeps this team together. So it's great to see him getting the shot starting early.
Great throw by Randall. The cutting McDaniels. Great defense by Denver, meeting him inside. And now it's Brown. That's off the foot. Ricochet.
First time playing in the last 4 seasons, so these guys know each other's tendencies.
And they've each won 15. Murray working inside on DiVincenzo. Knocked away by Edwards with the puck. DiVincenzo on the side. McDaniels. In stride. Randall. Scoops. No. Rebound collected by the Nuggets. Neither team shooting well to start. Brown full steam ahead. Gobert the block. Rebound Gobert. Halfway through the first.
And this game early is favoring Timberwolves in the style that they're playing. They want physical. They want grinding. They want to take the ball and have this game decided in the paint.
What a pass!
Maker in the middle of the floor, which allows his team to trust him to make those plays.
Denver 1 of 11. Murray, Jones, who's to come in for Minnesota.
And Asunu, honestly, this is his first playoff series since Chicago. So Coach Vince said he looks to see him kind of get more aggressive as the games progress.
Edwards dancing on Brown. Drove
and they forced a few, but they have been on the attack, and it is led by this guy right here.
Spencer Jones picked up the foul. Off that baseline, driving is McDaniels. It's a 7-0 run for Minnesota.
And Edwards' decision-making out of 2 is going to be crucial for this series. So far, so good.
Jokic driving on Gobert. And he finally gets one to the 3-time heavily decorated Nikola Jokic. 8th leading scorer in the league, number 1 in rebounding, number 1 in assists. Dosunmu up top. He and DiVincenzo have been terrific in the backcourt tonight. And in this series, here is Edwards working on Brown. McDaniels down the lane.
They're not a great defensive team once they're in rotation and they're out of place. They're a position defensive team.
Cam Johnson comes back off the bench after starting, misses the 3. Dosunmu with another gear. Gets him down court in a hurry. Edwards has started 1 of 4. Mariano here, a 3. With a Hardaway rebound. Hardaway coming off a nice 16-point game in game 2. Jokic screen, Murray drives.
Of action, came in, knocked down some 3s, played good defense. So let's see what his impact will be with their star on the bench with 2 fouls.
Cam Johnson way off. Dosunmu the other way, snaking his way inside. 2-run. Bruce Brown is in. Strother's in for the first time in the series. Hardaway with a 3. And Bones Highland in for Edwards, who's got 2 fouls. Gets the rebound. Dosunmu down low in a lot of white jerseys, fencing him off. Naz Reid, former 6-man award winner. Missed it all in recent memory in the league, and they've only got 6 points to start this one.
Well, I think let's say they're doing it on purpose, because whoever wins the first quarter has lost the game. But right now, Denver needs some of their role players to bring their game here on the roll right now. They need someone to start making shots, and especially without Aaron Gordon, who normally is getting to the free throw line, attacking down low.
Here's a drive by Brown. DiVincenzo may have twisted an ankle, still trying to get regularity to his stride, and with the ball is Highland. It's Gobert who sets the screen. Highland will try to maneuver. Shot clock at 6. Dosunmu 3. And a rebound by Hardaway.
And right here, the Timberwolves 1 for 9 from beyond the arc. It's just that the Nuggets can't find their rhythm either. They're 0 of 8. So right here, the Timberwolves on this possession need to get into the paint.
Reid on the move. Gobert almost had it. It's clutched on 2 by Brown. They got numbers the other way. That was deflected. It's loose. And picked up Hardaway. It's a 3. Got it. Nice shot. 1 of 8. Murray back in. Brown back there with them. No Aaron Gordon tonight with a calf strain. That's a long shot by Murray. A rebound try inside by Jones. And retrieved by Highland. Edwards back out there with 2 fouls. Working on Strother. In in the paint. Minnesota 20-4.
I mean, there's nothing.
22-4.
Going to come from, but once he gets to the basket, you see he does that slow step, which throws the defense off. He's not exploding where you could take a charge on him. He's doing that slow step that throws the defense off that went to that end one.
Minnesota is plus 18 points in the lane. Both Candace and Dwayne talked about that. Minnesota is plus 7 points off turnovers. Look at the defense here. Edwards on Murray. Chip and try. Knocked away. It hit the rim. New shot clock. Murray faking the three into Reed down low. And they go for the twisting and turning. Najee, who puts it up and ends. Zeke is in for the first time tonight.
And Najee gives the Nuggets a little bit more size, a little bit more physicality against Randall at that forward position.
But with Aaron Gordon being out now, we've seen two players who didn't play in the first two games. Zeke Najee, there's a three from Edwards. Brown's got it.
A little flat on that three, but this is what we love about Anthony Edwards right here. He's up taking the challenge. You talk about a guy that has 2 fouls in this game. He's getting over every screen, trying to put his G. Edwards.
Denver now 5-25. Randall up top. Set the screen, worked outside, Reed in the corner. It's a three.
And those threes right there, inside, penetrates the defense, and then you get a catch-and-shoot three on the backside.
Najee tries inside.
Watching that paint, making sure that Denver has to bring.
Didn't play the first two games. And again, with Gordon out, they've had to go deeper in the bench. It's messed up some of the cohesion there. Spencer Jones got the start tonight. The second-year player from Stanford. Here comes Randall shaking big in the paint. And a foul on Denver. And Randall, 70. With all the concentration on Edwards, if Randall steps up, Minnesota is very difficult to beat.
Well, Randall he is that guy that can put so much pressure on your defense. He's somebody who gets forgotten about, and when he's selling it for threes, he's not as great. But when he's putting that shoulder in you, he's going downhill. Luke Brown gets
on an Anthony Edwards foul on Jamal Murray.
Is back in the game. And Strother's got it. Murray on the move. Into Highland in the corner. Najee, three.
Initial reaction was just to protect the paint, but that's what Denver needs. They need a little bit more penetration by Murray to get in there, get these shooters a chance to shoot a shot without so much contest.
Edwards. Three won't go. Strother corrals it. And Denver on the move. The collision into Randall. And the foul on
Points was during this early second quarter run without Jokic.
Strother on the doorstep. Couldn't get it. DiVincenzo is coming for Bones Highland. Randall, they were very concerned with Aaron Gordon being out. What about Randall? DiVincenzo, the fake, the three. No. Najee the rebound. Murray with the ball. Murray 1 of 5. Edwards right there. Long, 2. Got it.
And all by himself.
Cutting, drive, score! Nice play, Dosumu. And that stops a 6-0 Denver run.
I think Minnesota understands as well. As you look out on their floor, there's no rim protector out there for Denver. So they're putting their head down and they're making Denver have to make a decision on what they're going to do. And right now, they're making outside shots and they're scoring in the paint. And they're getting out of transition.
DiVincenzo.
Is making good decisions with the ball, not allowing the Nuggets to get any looks in transition off of bad shots or live ball turnovers.
Murray over Gobert. Jokic is back in. Wolves have got the ball. Edwards and Dosumu.
I know Murray got to his spot to the right side of the floor, but just watching Jaden McDaniels, how he got skinny over that screen, making sure that Jokic couldn't screen him. Jokic one of the best screeners in our league, and making it tough for him.
For Minnesota.
And 5 of 7 from the field, hanging around.
DiVincenzo knocked it away. Numbers, Edwards on the wing. And Jim Hardaway off the bench will defend the three.
Oh, sometimes when you're coming off an injury, you need an adjustment, right? Your legs are a little short. Anthony Edwards made that.
Big hit. That stops it. Up and run.
And that right there is why they...
Now we welcome the audience watching the Toronto-Cleveland game. Here's Jokic inside. Bruce Brown. Good assist from...
Into halftime. You don't want this game to get out of control. You want to be able to settle down, coming out of halftime to give yourself a chance.
Denver's never led. Wolves have led by as many as 19. They are crowded. Is 9 of 32 shooting in this game. No Aaron Gordon, for those of you just joining us. Calf strain, they found out at 4 o'clock this afternoon. They changed their starting lineup. Their bench has been disrupted. Jokic on the move. He's made 2 in a row.
And right there, making Jokic catch it farther out, but he is just too big and too strong. That Euro past the secondary defender.
Edwards around the Gobert screen. It's a 3.
Make sure that they're not moving on the screen, allow you as a guard to do what you need to do. Is DiVincenzo get another steal, and Minnesota's out on the break.
You talk about DiVincenzo just coming up with back-breaking plays on that. But then if you're Denver, how about having Ayo and Edwards going at you? And
Denver not only was the #1
games, I mean, this is a team that Minnesota was healthy for the more win streak.
Timberwolves have made 7 consecutive shots. Here goes DiVincenzo. Closing, feeding, outside, McDaniels, corner, Dosumu. Here he comes.
They're not settling and they're attacking. Denver wants Minnesota to take jump shots.
It's the biggest lead for the Wolves. A rejection inside by the Wolves.
Well, Minnesota's just making plays on both ends of the floor as McDaniels attack. Once you get 2 feet in the paint,
McDaniels had a lot to say before this game, but thus far on the defensive end and offensive end, he's backing it up.
in the timeout, Chris Finch talked about movement with this team. And you can see on the offensive end, that's a point of emphasis for this team, is to make sure that they don't stand still and not ball watching, that they're moving and catching Denver off guard.
Cameron Johnson couldn't get the corner 3. DiVincenzo's right here. Hardaway finished off that possession with a 2. DiVincenzo 3. Player McDaniels, who had some comments about the defense of Denver. That shot will drop outside. Jokic puts it in. They're getting 4 in the first quarter.
Well, I like to change with Jokic. There's a foul right here on Cam Johnson, but a lot of shrugs.
DiVincenzo, nice. Drives, lost it. Shot clock at 7. Dosumu for 3. Rebound Murray. Now McDaniels had some choice words about the defense of Denver. Said it was non-existent. A drive inside Murray. He shows him at the other end.
And that's where Denver scored in game 1 and game 2. Early offense in transition and allowing Jamal to get to his spots.
Randall drives on Christian Brown. That's the separation. Jokic grabs the rebound. He's got 6.
Once again, who's
Another
there?
steal.
Who's there?
DiVincenzo, the 3-0. Jokic the tap. Cam Johnson's got it. 2.5 to play in the half.
That was a back-breaking 3. T-Wade, if that would have went down.
That was going to be nasty.
Jokic leaning in to go. Tonight's rewarding performance presented by Capital One. It's Murray, Cam Johnson 3. Rebound fought for. It's the first time to start a playoff game that Jokic has gone 0-6 to get things underway. DiVincenzo, Gobert, driving hard. Jokic is there. The twist, the turn, the spin, the hook.
Spin, the spin, the spin.
It looked like Jokic a little bit on that.
Yeah, a little bit.
Minnesota plus 26 points in the paint, plus 13 fast break. Edwards. Well, that was close because Edwards...
You still trying to win this game.
Well, when you got Murray and Jokic, I don't think you ever waved the white flag. This is Jokic in a 3. With a rebound by Edwards. They'll set up and pop a triple. With the hands of Jokic. Retrieved by Minnesota. It's McDaniels. Ant. Murray there.
Raising up. A lot of confidence in Ant right now. That knee's looking great tonight.
Edwards with 13. Murray with the miss, 3 of 10. Jokic is 4 of 15. There's a whistle.
Of his ability to score.
Cam Johnson, who just picked up the foul, just makes the steal.
That's the one. Sorry,
He was beginning at the 4 with Gordon out. There's a rebound by Gobert.
Right here is turn the ball over. That would allow Denver to get out and transition, get back into this game as Edwards get another bucket.
Stuck with the play.
And that's just the ease at which Ant does it on both ends of the floor. Gets out early and is able to capitalize.
Jones three, puts it up and in. Spencer Jones.
Listen up the defense and give Murray and Jokic a little bit of space.
Jones starting for Aaron Gordon. They go inside. The try by DiVincenzo. It's a rebound by Jokic. In stride, Jackson to the hole. Nice assist by Jokic.
Great assist by the big man running the PG. But that's what they're going to need. They're going to need some of those relief baskets to get themselves going. Maybe get Minnesota to call a timeout here and regroup.
Quick release. Murray and another 2-0. Denver 1. Getting things underway here in the second half. Randall, the fake, the drive, the dance, and the foul.
All five of those guys.
Jones picked up, I think you'd never see.
For that reason right here, Denver playing a little bit faster. They're able to set their defense and then get out in transition. Joker wants the ball. He wants it in secondary.
Oh, look at the defense by Gobert. Here comes Randall. Rudy Gobert has 3 blocks. He took it as an affront that he was number 4 in Defensive Player of the Year voting. The stutter step by Murray. Room to fire with the miss. The collision with Edwards.
But not quitting on the play and just finishing out with a block.
Jokic. That's a foul on Jokic. Down goes DiVincenzo. In 5 of 5 from the stripe. And here comes Randall with the fake. The drive into Jones goes by Brown. Knocked away. It's retrieved. Strother there, down court, and they go up, and it was knocked away with a nice defensive play. DiVincenzo. Randall, 3.
And I don't like that.
Jokic.
I don't like it. It's got to go to the backside. I like that off the catch off the backside, but what you're doing is you're bailing out.
As we talked about this quarter and this half,
That is the blueprint to winning this game.
And approaching 7 to play in the third. It's the Sumer at the shot clock at 7. DiVincenzo. Brown is there. Brown swats it away.
In the corner, cushioning them and kind of daring them.
There's a dunk. Minnesota scoreless and head for his left with his 4th foul. Jokic 3. Rebound DiVincenzo. It's off to Naz Reid. Jones was out there. Brown goes on DiVincenzo. Defense has picked up the intensity for Denver. Reid. Gobert. Jokic will defend.
Oh, my goodness.
Cannot get it. Jokic the rebound. And then fouled. It's Jokic right now with the double-double. Settling down after a miserable first quarter. Drives inside and gets 2 more. Goes right into Gobert.
And there's no stopping that. A big handling, little Ken said it, but Jokic just putting his head down.
Denver now in the bonus. Highland 3. Big hit.
that wide open shot because Rudy's setting screens. His screen setting today has been elite.
Christian Brown probing, feeding. Jokic over Reid. Rebound Gobert. He's got 8. Here comes the fleet-footed Dosunmu. And a foul on Brown. Tim Hardaway is checked in for Cam Johnson. Jokic steers his way in the paint. Over Gobert. Rebound Rudy. 9. Highland. That's a Brown. Denver won the first game by 11. Wolves won Monday, game 2 by 5. Reid dancing on Jokic.
And allow them to play 2-on-2 on the backside.
Murray accelerating, scooping.
Cannot allow themselves to go up and down.
1, 2 of 2 in game 2. 3 of 4. Now 4 of 5 tonight. And no Aaron Gordon. We talked about it. They went to the bench.
And
to get a starter.
Denver going to zone right here, which I love a good jump zone. It takes the ball out of your playmaker's hands. It takes you out of your natural offense.
Jones is on Highland with a fake, and he fired, and a foul. Epic Ask AI mode in Google search. Dosunmu, Highland, McDaniels, Reed, Gobert, the Minnesota Five. On that baseline, driving hard into Jones. Reed, but tapped up and in. Dosunmu,
And
16 points.
And that's how you beat a zone right there. Not off the first look, but you follow, you crash, and you can reap the benefits of those second chance points.
I mean, the others has to get down there, and they have to help Jokic rebound the basketball. We talked about them losing the last game, second chance 20-3, because it's not a collective effort on the rebounds.
Murray, 3 of 12. McDaniels, the trailing Reed in a triple. Jokic, the rebound. He's now grabbed 13 with this double-double night after a slow start. Jones, Brown, Jokic, Murray, Hardaway, the Nugget 5 on the floor.
And Minnesota has survived these minutes.
For Denver, you want to own a game? You guys are so easy to amuse.
He's going to pick any game to be in foul trouble. This is the one. You got Ayo, who's 7 for 9 from the field, and Jake McDaniels, who's 6 for 9. Those guys are doing some of the things that Ant normally does. So this is the game to be in a little foul trouble.
Reed, a lot of traffic in the paint. Whistle. It's a travel. And Jokic. He'll take a 3 for Denver. Reed, the rebound.
And he just cannot get it to go. 1 of 8 from downtown.
That's the second time that Spencer didn't touch the ground.
He took that one from St. Paul. He was so far away. Look at the lead for Minnesota. And a whistle. It's on the Wolves at 2. First, Jokic at the free throw line. Than shooting, but tonight it's been the opposite. It just hasn't fallen like he wanted.
Game 3, but to Minnesota's credit, they're not giving up those backdoor layups, Kevin. He does a great job. As Rudy! Get up, Rudy! As Rudy gets, Minnesota's doing a great job of not giving up those backdoor layups and giving those easy layups to them so they can get into their rhythm, making them take outside shots and tough shots.
Dosunmu rockets down the lane with a nugget.
Glass, setting the screens, even making no-look passes. He's doing it all tonight.
It's a turnover by Randall as Hardaway goes the other way. He'll launch a 3. It's no good. Rebound Minnesota. Get better payouts this NBA playoffs on FanDuel. Download the app and play your game.
And the only way the Nuggets can get back in this game is if the Timberwolves settle for jump shots and turn the ball over.
It's out of bounds. Edwards back in. He'll take a long shot again with the rebound by Bruce Brown out there with Murray, Najee, Hardaway, Jones, and a drive inside.
They want confidence to start to get going for Denver.
40%. And they're at 31 bench minutes. Always important for Denver. They've been treacherous in the past.
Well, you know it's going to be a heavy dose of Jamal Murray in the middle of the court operating, and they will live and die with that.
Randall drives inside. Najee held his ground, defended him well. Murray on the fly. Small lineup. Brown the fake. The drive. He'll fire. Rebound. Reed inside.
Let's go Wolves!
And now Randall. And Bones Highland. That's a turnover.
Allow the Denver Nuggets to see that they can creep back in this game.
Highland was...
And then looked at the ref like something's wrong with him.
You can't do it on the floor. You can't do it in public. Murray at the line. Nice shot rattles in.
And allowing their guards to play make from the free throw line.
Here's Highland right here. Kyle Anderson getting ready to check in for Minnesota. Hasn't played. Edwards 3. Rebound Brown.
I have not liked Minnesota's offense for the last 6-7 minutes. Going back into the third quarter, they're settling for jump shots. The recipe has been to get to the paint. On this possession, the ball has got to touch the paint.
Murray with the miss. Edwards with the ball. Foul trouble right now. Works on Hardaway. Swashbuckling, moving, driving, collision, out of bounds. And the shot. Kyle Anderson and Dosunmu in the game. First time Anderson's been in. Edwards tries, double right there, middle wall, shot clock at 3. The cutting Dosumu! Wow!
You know who haven't taken any pressure on but the gas pedal, Candace, does the solo. He has made sure that his entire night he's been putting his head down, attacking, and being aggressive, doing exactly what the whole Minnesota Timberwolves team needs to continue to do.
And then guess what happens? Guess what happens?
And the coach has said he's frustrated by that injury.
And right now his teammates are playing an incredible game, and it's not always needed for him to be on an all-out attack. And so we see how he handles these minutes.
Well, Edwards shooting 40% from 3 in the regular season with legs. It's a little different when you're injured, having to adjust your game, and he made that adjustment in game 2.
Look at this defense by McDaniels. Murray trying to get away. Faking, firing, no! Rebound, Brown, whistle inside.
Vince being on the floor, and he's just going to make it hard on Murray all night.
Anderson picked up the foul, corner 3, bucket, nice shot.
Obviously, when Jokic is in the game, they are running all the plays at Jokic. Right now, he's not in there, and so they're trying to find out where their offense is coming from, and it's coming from a space beyond the three-point line right now.
Shot clock at 6, Hardaway 3. It's out of bounds, ricochet, Anderson. McDaniels, it's a 3, no. Rebound, Hardaway.
And the zone is proving to be the recipe for the Nuggets. It has taken Minnesota out of the rhythm. Is that number 6?
His 3rd consecutive playoff.
Right here. Sorry. Out the zone and see if they would use it. They utilize it, and it's kind of taking Minnesota out of their rhythm as Randall obviously gets into the teeth of the defense and finishes in the front of the basket. But it did take them out of their rhythm for a while.
Randall at 12. It's Brown against DiVincenzo, who just checked in. Rudy knocked it away. Another steal. They forgot the ball. Brown retrieves down toward Hardaway. DiVincenzo meets him. Jokic, corner, Jones on top, Murray. Back into Jokic. The spin, the knock away. Randall is there with the defense.
Jokic is getting a lot of heavy doses of those 3.
Jokic, 3, no. DiVincenzo the rebound. In the 4th quarter, Denver has gone 2 of 10. Minnesota has gone 2 of 7. In the paint, hard shot. McDaniels
Pick and roll at Jokic. When he was out of the game, they was kind of in between.
It's Jokic again. Gobert the close. Jokic nailed.
When he was the primary defender, well, he's doing it again here in game 3.
Inside Gobert. Foul. One indication of how the game is going. And then
Pass on of controlling the paint on both ends.
Why he's been picked as a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year.
it's Jones, Murray, the drive, and he got it. And Murray went right in McDaniels. Halfway through the 4th quarter. The winner goes up 2 games to 1. It's Dosumu with a marvelous performance off the bench. Randall doubled, and they've been concentrating on him. 3, Dosumu, no. Rebound Jones, and back in the hands of Murray, who is 5 of 17, 16 points tonight. Jokic, 24, foul.
That's all McDaniels. Not giving up on the play, fighting.
Year after year, but defensively, he has not let up at all game from the first tip on. He's been trailing, locking and trailing, putting his body.
Oh, just about had it. Randall, Gobert fighting for the ball. Jokic will save it. Murray, the athletic catch.
Rudy.
And the Nuggets the other way. McDaniel, boy, he is all over Murray. Foul, Gobert reaching in on Jokic. So here's the Nuggets, the 6th seed Wolves.
Going into the game.
Mention has been very deflating for the Nuggets. The good news here, imaging done yesterday on Aaron Gordon showed nothing significant that would automatically sideline him long term, which is why he was able to prepare and even go through shoot around this morning. However, there was still enough discomfort that Denver didn't want to risk it tonight. So the plan as of now is to regroup tomorrow, map out next day. Kevin.
Well, thank you. Brown hesitating, jab stepping and getting it to.
That's going to be Jay McDaniels, because he backed up any and everything that everyone had to say about his comments about them on both ends.
the bench in foul trouble.
Denver has emptied the bench. They've got Tyus Joe of 5 from 3. And Strother's 3 is...
Will be someone, if Aaron Gordon is out, they will have to find open somewhere, and he will be someone they will probably turn to because he can fill it up.
It's DiVincenzo 3. Holmes will get it. Tyus Jones, a former Timberwolves, is there, and another 3 is launched. Strother can't get it. Over the back for their second consecutive win in this series. Anderson defends. Shot clock at 1. Pick it down the lane. No. Foul.
Cuts on them, any layups, everything is in.
In a big game 4 because
Anderson. Randall. Jones will defend. DiVincenzo, 3, no. Najee the rebound. And here come the Nuggets. Strother will put up a 3. Rebound DiVincenzo. 3-point shooting tonight. Denver 8 of 31. Minnesota 8 of 32.
Candace, I know we talked about Ant-Man needing to put that performance on for Minnesota tonight, but this was a win by the others. This was one of those wins, just like game 1 of Denver, where the others helped win this game, and you need your role players to step up in certain games in this series to get one. And tonight, I give Minnesota role players this win.
Well, you ask yourself, how do you win a game when you keep them from shooting their normal percentage? They're shot 33%, and you dominate the paint. Look at the paint numbers, 64 paint points today. Excuse me, 66.
Oh, look at this slide inside by Dosunmu. 25.
He has 25, and I'm sure about 20 of those points are in the paint. I don't think he hit one jump shot tonight. Everything has been attacked to the rim by Ayo.
DiVincenzo is taking a beat.
In that regard.
He came off the bench, played. He always rises to the occasion, and he does it in gaudy numbers, but he also...
He was the Cousy Award winner at Illinois, and his college coach, I mentioned this back in the first half, is here tonight watching. Dosunmu drives, rebound Randall, inside collision, foul. These playoffs in years gone by. Randall.
And then are able to get your team back stable. Well, Minnesota, this is a rivalry right here. If I've ever seen one, this is a rivalry.
Tyus Jones across the lane, got it.
The game so far has looked like the Denver Nuggets offense we're used to seeing, and so we'll see.
20 points, 10 rebounds. He was sensational. Dosunmu, hold on, DiVincenzo. 2 games to 1. Jones, 3. Rebound, Julian Phillips. Mike Conley is him. The veteran. With the miss. And a drive here. Berger is in for the first time. Shot clock at 3. Anderson. Berger couldn't get it. Joe Ingles is in the game. For to their worst field goal percentage of the season. The Nuggets tonight shot 34%.